What's up, people? And welcome back. I appreciate you tuning in. Hey, don't forget, I actually got a sponsor for this one, and the name is Appreciate You. Thank you for this donation. Thank you for allowing us to keep going, keep growing. Now, I want to get into something again because I love comments. I really do. I love when people actually bring things to my attention. But, yeah, I got an answer for you. Now, again, it's on qualified immunity because some reason people think it's a difficult thing. In the last video, I talked about how it's defeated and why it's defeated and then what can be used to defeat it. Because here's the thing. I often speak about officer discretion. Why? Because they are deemed to know the law, and I believe that's Owen v. City of Independence. They are deemed to know the law. Why? Because that is literally their job, law enforcement. Not statute enforcement, not code enforcement, but law enforcement. So the supreme law of the land, set forth by the Constitution of the United States, which they swore to uphold and defend. The Supremacy Clause is Supreme Court decision as well as federal statutes. Now, let's run over here because the biggest thing is Malley v. Briggs, 475 U.S. 335, 1986. And it speaks directly to the test of qualified immunity. To assess a qualified immunity claim, courts generally ask whether, given the facts of the case and the state of the law, any reasonable officer would have taken the action to which the plaintiff objects. Now, here's the thing. Most of us, by now, we understand some form or some level of our civil rights, right? We understand the things that God beset upon us and allowed us to do, right? So let's get that out the way. Anything that goes against that now becomes a violation because you have someone that swore to defend and uphold the rights that was given to us by God. Now you have something that infringes on that. And here's the greatest part. They either knowingly did it or they did it because of practice. Either way, they lose immunity from being held liable for it. I couldn't have said this one better than Groh v. Ramirez, 540 U.S. 551, 2004. An officer's subjective understanding or intent is irrelevant to the injury. Because I actually talk, because intentions have no place in law, because law is.
The law is the law, fixed, immutable, words with precise meanings, and that's good.
When you go outside of those guys, that is what makes you liable. When you accept the responsibility of signing and filing that oath of office, you have said, I am willing to be the fiduciary for the benefit of the public. And the violation of that public fiduciary's trust, you are then held liable. And it doesn't matter what your intention was. It's what's happened. That's why you have things like voluntary manslaughter, accidental shootings. And you also have, under Guy v. Ramirez, if no officer of reasonable competence would have requested the warrant. Again, it speaks about a level of ignorance. So again, you either know you're doing it or you're doing it willfully because you don't know it's wrong. You lose qualified immunity. Therefore, you can be held liable in federal court in your personal capacity. And that is also something that I'm going to bring up later because I actually had someone send me a lawsuit where it was dismissed originally because someone attempted to sue someone in their official and in their personal capacity. When you can't sue them in their official capacity, because once they start, because I think I put that, is that in the video right there? Okay. Once they violate, they are no longer actors of the government because the government cannot allow that behavior. I'm going to say that one more time. Once they violate, they're no longer actors of the government. So they're no longer officials. That's why a unlawful act cannot precede a lawful act. Because once they violate, nothing they do afterwards is under law. Keep that in mind. See you next time. Keep donating. Cash App, Venmo, Google Wallet. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's keep going, keep growing.
Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
What truth?
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon?
Then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends, it is only yourself.